Hey everyone, welcome to the podcast. I'm here with Revso with
Hello.
a beautiful background of his or lack of. I am I am Sergeant Zombie Pepper. I was here a couple weeks ago doing the podcast, so if anyone's here from a couple weeks ago, hello again. Um, but yeah, you can follow me at my Twitch. I'm at twitch.tv/Sergeant Zombie Pepper. And you can follow Revso at his twitch.tv/Revso underscore. Don't forget the underscore.
Don't forget the underscore.
Yeah, it's deceptive. But yeah, I will just say a little bit about how long I've been streaming. I kind of just started really getting into streaming this year, so I'm pretty fairly new at it. I mainly do Minecraft, Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare, and Titanfall, and I throw a little bit of games that I just want to play randomly in there. I'm thinking about changing up my games, but yeah, that's me. You want to talk a little bit about yourself, Revso?
Yeah, I did the live stream. I can't remember how many weeks ago it was. It was about I can't remember how many long ago it was now. It was the second live stream that we actually did. I mainly do Twitch. I don't really do YouTube. I have tried YouTube in the past, but it doesn't really work out for me, to be honest. I always prefer live streaming. I've been streaming since not last year, but last year around Christmas time. That's 2 years ago. I can't remember. You know, you can get it what I mean when I say that. What do I play? I pretty much play everything. Hey now. I pretty much play. Sorry, I just saw every time I see it. I gotta read it. I stream everything, to be honest. You won't see me playing, like, let's say, My Little Pony Adventures, something like that. But actually, no, I wouldn't.
Liar.
But no, I play everything. I play RPGs, old games. I play from the console. Use the HD PVR, funny enough. So yeah, I literally stream everything. So it's pretty cool to do.
Yay! So, hello everyone. Thank you for coming by. If you look below the video, go ahead and follow the Twitter page. Hit that follow button. Follow us on here for Twitch, and then don't forget to like Hauppauge on their Facebook page, and they will kind of keep you up to date with any type of giveaways that they have or any little goodies that they have. Also, they have an open beta program for the new rocket, so you can actually sign up for that right now, and you just you're going to email the front desk at hauppauge.com, and then they will respond, and you can get into that open beta and try out the Hauppauge rocket, so check it out. So yeah, we're here. We're going to talk about some gaming stuff, you guys. And our first topic that we're going to be talking about is how Ubisoft, they extended their partnership with NVIDIA. And I know there's this huge little battle going on between NVIDIA and AMD because they're kind of bashing one another. And I know NVIDIA has come out and kind of made fun of AMD for having these really terrible graphics cards. And it's poor AMD. But yeah, NVIDIA will be developing the games for Ubisoft's probably biggest games that are coming out soon. So Far Cry 4, Assassin's Creed Unity, The Crew, The Division. So what I'm trying to think of.
Fairy Cry 4.
Fairy Cry?
Yeah, I just read it just then. It said Fairy Cry 4. I just wanted to say it out loud.
hey now, stop it. But I know they've said that that there's been some problems. I know on Arkham Origins, not running very well with the AMD, and I know Watch Dogs has been having like a whole bunch of problems. Do you know anything about Watch Dogs? Yeah.
When I've been streaming it, I have like a really high-end computer that can literally run every single game. Should be anything over 60 FPS. So to be honest, when I run Watch Dogs, it runs fine. But even when I'm not streaming, it runs perfectly fine. But there's one part, and I'm using a 770 GTX. So really, that game should run flawlessly. But even though it's an NVIDIA card, it still runs like poop. So really, it could run a lot better. When have you ever played it before?
Watch Dogs, no.
it can run really bad when you're driving. It's just terrible. The frame rate, you can have 60 FPS and suddenly it's like, phew.
So do you think it's the actual game? It's not necessarily NVIDIA or AMD, it's the game itself that's kind of all bugged out.
Because of the fact I don't have an AMD card, I know a lot of people do praise the AMD cards. Definitely when you Crossfire, I think it's called Crossfire, I can't remember. It's when you get, it's like SLI when you got two graphics cards together. It's supposed to be really strong. They're actually really good when they're together. Like, it can make the performance is amazing, but you do lose out like with the physics. Like, let's say Watch Dogs and Arkham Origins. I remember when I played Arkham Origins, I couldn't even get a chance to play the game because it glitched out to me.
Oh.
So yeah, I couldn't even play it. So even as I said, I'm using a NVIDIA card. It makes it worse.
Well, everyone's telling me don't play Watch Dogs, don't waste your time, it's terrible. I think because primarily I play on console, so I'm pretty much on my Xbox, so I haven't really done any like kind of crazy graphic games on my PC, even though I have a brand new gaming PC. So I know for like Watch Dogs, I think we got it and it's coming in the mail, but just haven't gotten it yet. So I think later we're gonna be talking about how Watch Dogs has been having this like save problem. People have been losing their files or save problems, and so that's kind of keeping me away from playing it as of right now.
You'll probably enjoy it. I don't actually know what like platforms that's actually on, but I'll save like a lot of the other bits about Watch Dogs for later then.
Yeah, and then let's just go ahead and move on to, since everyone seems to be hating on Watch Dogs, and no one wants to talk about Watch Dogs here. But GOG, or Good Old Games, they're launching their own kind of version of Steam and kind of like Origin type thing. So pretty much GOG, it's this digital store for pretty much classic games. It's a lot of really old games. We sell their games for pretty cheap, good prices. But so they're coming up with this thing where you can, it's very similar to Steam. You can go and you can buy these games. It's called GOG Galaxy, but it's DRM free. So you don't have to be online to play games. Have you looked into Galaxy at all?
I haven't looked into Galaxy. To be honest, I've always wondered how is it going to be DRM free when you're supposed to like download them from the website, and then I know you can not play it without the internet, but you're gonna have to do something in general like Steam to activate them on it anyway, and then go offline. So in a way, it's kind of like Steam anyway.
Yeah, that's what exactly I was thinking when I was like reading about it, and it was just like, well, where am I gonna get this? It's not gonna magically appear onto my freaking computer. But yeah, so you just go offline to play the game. Okay, that's cool, but I know when you're not online, it doesn't count towards like your your trophies won't show up. And I know like a lot of people, especially like myself, I love collecting all my achievements. Like that's why I play those games a lot of the time, is to get those. So with that, you have nothing to kind of like show for it, I guess. I don't know, that's
exactly. I'm sometimes like that, depending on the game, and then I'm like, oh, I don't have achievements, but then sometimes I don't even care about the achievements. But definitely when you've done something, you've worked really hard for it, and then suddenly it doesn't unlock, you're like, I worked so hard to get that. Why didn't it show? But yeah, Good Old Gaming is a really good site. I actually have brought quite a few games from it, because a lot of the games I have, like, let's say I've got loads of old games. As I said, I play classic games. But a lot of them don't work with Windows, like Windows 7, Windows 8. They don't work on them anymore, or Vista. So what Good Old Gaming actually does, it allows you to play them on these new computers with new software. I don't know how they do it. They must just optimize them to work with nowadays games. But there are a lot of good games on that site.
Yeah, and I was looking, and they have quite a few games. But even like they have newer games on there too. So it's not just old.
It used to be just old. I think they've been adding new ones recently. I don't know how recently, but they have been adding new ones. I don't know why, but still.
Yeah, and it looks like pretty much most of their games are like under $10. Like you're not going to.
Yeah, they are cheap.
Yeah, so that's, and then you can play them on both Mac and PC, and they're saying that there's no third party I can't think right now. Why? I'm too tired. There's no third party apps like required.
Yeah, you pretty much all you do is literally you just download it, install it. That's it. You don't have to worry about anything else. You just got the game on your computer.
Yep. So
That's
if
it.
you guys, if you're totally into that, look at Good Old Games or GOG Galaxy and check out their website. I mean, they've got some, like I said, good games for pretty cheap. So we're gonna move on and talk about how Dead Rising is coming to PC. Did you play Dead Rising at all on any other console?
I used to play Dead Rising 1 and 2, loved them both, but then when it came out to the Xbox One, I was like, I was kind of upset about it, but I didn't really get majorly, no, why isn't it on the PC or anything like that? But it's a good thing that it's coming to the PC. Definitely, like the extended stuff that's going to be added to it. I mean, it's not really that much, but it's nice to see that they're actually bringing it to the PC. So it kind of makes me wonder how well did it actually sell on the consoles. That's the thing.
I mean, I'm just guessing it did pretty well because when the Xbox One came out, it was like one of like 3 games that was out at the time.
Very true. Yeah.
So I know when I first got my Xbox One, like that's all I was playing was Dead Rising. I had a blast playing it. I really enjoyed the game, but it's like I don't know if I would replay it on my PC. But I mean, it's not that it's too different. They have, just pretty much they've optimized for widescreen monitors. They've upgraded their textures for the characters' backgrounds, their objects, and then they just added their own Steve achievements and trading cards, and they're doing global leaderboards.
Oh, you can't forget the cloud support.
Oh, the cloud support.
Yeah.
Apparently, the cloud support has been saving everyone's butts when they've been losing their data with Watch Dogs. I was like looking up on the Watch Dog forums, and everyone's like, "Dude, back it up to cloud." Back it up to cloud. Yeah.
I don't like cloud. I've always disabled it.
We'll
see.
Yeah, I've only used cloud to like get games from like my one Xbox to like my boyfriend's house or whatever. That's the only time I've ever used that. And then Benny Boy gaming on Mac. Hey, I started off gaming on a Mac. Leave Macs alone.
Yeah, that's what he said.
And then wasn't DR3 supposed to be an exclusive on? Oh my gosh. Yeah, they always come out and they say that these games are exclusive for the PS4, exclusive for Xbox One, and then like a few months later it comes out. Oh, here you go. It's out on PC, so it's no longer very exclusive. But they haven't even come out with a release date for the PC version yet, so
yeah,
I don't.
Hopefully.
No. Yeah,
I mean, that's why I said it always depends on like how well it's sold. I mean, all the other Dead Rising came to PC. I can't remember if all of them came out at the same time. Did Dead Rising I don't think the first one ever came to the PC. I don't think. Did it? I can't remember now.
I don't remember. That was way ago.
I remember playing Dead Rising 2 on the PC, but I haven't actually. I played the first one on the Xbox 360, second one on PC. Yeah, that's all I remember. That's why I wanted to play the new one, but I don't know. I'll wait. I'll wait and see what happens. To be honest.
Yeah, I have no idea. I've only played them on the Xbox 360. So I mean, it's just gonna be the same exact game. It's not any more,
Apart from with trading cards.
Trading cards, you guys. Woo!
Makes everything even better.
Actually, I have a bunch of friends who are like totally into their trading cards on Steam. Like they trade the crap out of them. It's pretty.
I don't get it. Gotten into it. I know it's only if you care about leveling up. To be honest, on Steam, if you don't care about that type of thing, then you really just don't care. Like I'm only like a base level, like whatever it started me off as, and I haven't changed ever since.
Yeah, me either.
I was like, I'm unlocking all these cards. Oh, look, I got a new inventory. Like, it keeps popping up every time I play a new game. Hey, look, you've got something in your inventory. So, someone's gifted me a game. Oh, no, it's a Steam card.
No, it's a Steam card. Wah, 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 wah. If you guys look at the bottom of the screen, you'll see, like, this little scrolling text. You should read that, because do you like wristbands? I like wristbands. I'm sure Rezo, I'm sure he has a collection of wristbands. But pretty much... So what we want you to do is to send your feedback about the podcast. So the past podcast and then this podcast, tell us what you like about them, what you want to see more on them. Just give us your feedback. We would really love to know what you guys think about these. You just send those to the stream team at Hauppauge.com and they will send you a cool little free bracelet. And I don't have one, but we should send.
We're still waiting for ours. Wink, wink.
Wink, Joe. Hear
oh,
that?
Wink, Joe. Say it like that. The slight
so yeah,
wink.
go ahead, do that. Feedback is appreciated. So this next topic that we're kind of moving on to is one. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's out here in the States, but it was about the Slender Man stabbing. Yeah, over in Wisconsin. Yeah. Really, my feedback needs more, Benny. Oh my gosh. So for anyone else who hasn't heard of the Slender Man or the creepypasta story, a few days ago over in Wisconsin, these two little 12-year-old girls took their best friend and stabbed her like 19 times. And the little girl survived. She got away. Some guy, helped her out. But they claimed that it was the Slender Man, that they did it for Slender Man. Because in order to see him or for him to get away or for him to go away, they had to kill their friend. What are your thoughts about this really bizarre story?
It's really hard to comment. When I first saw that on the news, when I was downstairs eating, and then as soon as I saw that come up, I was like, I can see they're probably either going to blame the main character, like Slenderman itself, like the people that made it, or they're going to blame the people that made the game.
Yeah.
So it's either one of them they're going to blame it on. I mean, people start believing, people believe in anything if you think about it. Like, let's just say Cthulhu. There's like cultist people that believe in Cthulhu and everything like that. There's so many different type of things. And then there's going to be people out there, even though it's not real, they're going to believe in Slenderman. So when I saw it, I was just like, really? That's why I said, it's so hard to say, like, why? That's the best thing. So why would you do something like that? So I don't know. I just feel sorry for the little girl. I'm glad that she's okay.
Yeah,
it's stupid. That's the best thing I can say. And hopefully enough, they don't really get done for it. As in, like, the creepypasta people that actually made the story. Because it's just...
And they came out and said, like, this is simply... all it is a story. It's a horror, little series that we do. It was never... It's not even meant for children. And then Benny Boy is saying, why did they stab her? They were like trying to sacrifice their friend to Slender Man. So obviously these two little girls had something completely wrong in their head. And then moving on to great parenting, know what your kids are playing and don't let them play. Exactly. Because I know there's going to be people like, some conservative people coming out and being like, oh, again, why video games cause children to be violent.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just going to cause this whole uproar, and it's so weird because it's not like Slenderman's a really violent video game. It's a scary game. It's scary as hell, but it's not a violent video game. And I just know there's going to be all these people coming up and being like, video game causes violence in kids. But yeah, I think the parents should have most definitely have been keeping track of what their kids are watching. It's a really scary game. And for two of them
at age 12
to both agree, like, yeah, he's gonna get us, let's go kill our other best friend. Yeah,
makes sense.
And it's just gonna, and I feel bad for the people at Creepypasta because they had to go into their like webpage and change everything, saying that Slenderman's not real. He does not exist, we made him up. And it's just stuff that's so just like duh, but
yeah,
now
they have to actually explain themselves, so it's silly.
This is why we shouldn't reproduce. Well, if we didn't reproduce, we wouldn't all be here.
Nope.
So yeah, that's just the weirdest story. And I know that the two little girls, I think they're going to be tried like as adults.
Yeah, that's what I was actually going to say, but I wanted to let you finish it. Yeah, they're actually going to be tried as adults. And a lot of people are saying that's a bad thing. Why are they doing that? But what else can you do? If they actually did them like how they would normally do if they're at their age, what they would normally do is I forgot what they normally do. They put them in like some sort of like school for a bit, or they pretty much just tell them off, yada yada. They don't really do anything about it. But if they actually trial them as adults, they can actually do something about it. I mean, they were trying to get. I think they tried to say that they were they had problems or something like that. They were that's what they were going to try to get away with. And then if they say that, that means they can probably get away with it. And that's how a lot of murderers get away with kills. So
yeah, like obviously they're just not right in the head, and I think if they were to be tried as juveniles, they would have been out in like 5 years, or when they were 18, and they'd be, you know, back in the streets, and they probably wouldn't have gotten the help that they actually needed. And
exactly, yeah. So yeah, not a nice story. So
so yeah, if check out that story, it's creepy. I know they just posted something about like the 911 call, and it's a bizarre story. So we're gonna move on and talk about for a little bit about Goat Simulator. Has anyone played Goat Simulator yet? I've yet to play it.
I have.
Oh my gosh, how is it?
I've only played about like an hour of it, because some reason my computer was going like it was spazzing up every time I played the game. But now, because I've got a better I've updated it recently, I don't think it should have any problems. I don't know why. I think it was just my hard drive that was going weird. It just like lagged all the time. But I'm gonna try and play it again. The game's fun. It's the glitches you're looking for when you're playing that game. It's if they removed the glitches in that game, it wouldn't be as fun. You're pretty much just a goat just running around, and that's it. But they need the glitches in that game. Like, let's say if you're walking up the stairs, your neck just like spazzes all over the screen and everything. The stuff that they're going to be doing with the new update is what I've seen is really nice. Like, they're adding so much new stuff into it. They actually did say, I remember before, they said with Goat Simulator they wasn't going to add anything for free. They wasn't going to do any more like DLC. They wasn't going to do nothing. I know this is classed as an update, but they said they were just going to pretty much release it, and that's all you get. So from what they're doing, they're adding a whole new map, they're adding loads of new things, adding new like playable creatures and everything like that. I think it's actually quite cool from what they're actually doing, to be honest.
Nice. Yeah, I haven't gotten my hands on it yet, but and Benny Boy saying that that game's so overhyped. Hey,
On old games?
On Goat Simulator, he's saying it's overhyped.
So I mean, a lot of games are, if you think about it. Hey,
yeah,
it's like me saying I'm not gonna go play. I don't know, a lot. I can't really think of one right now, but let's just say loads of games out there. If I start playing it, or if I talk about that game, people are just gonna say I don't want to play that game. It's overhyped. I'm not gonna just like not play it because it's overhyped. I played, as I said, I've only played about an hour of the game. I will play it eventually again, but I haven't actually even streamed it, so I probably will do eventually. But it's one of those games you'd probably only want to play like an hour or two at a time.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd be able to play like hours on end of the game, otherwise it'd just ruin it. But it is a good game in general for fun.
It seems like a good like drinking game to play with a friend.
Yeah, exactly.
Speaking of streaming,
yeah.
You can do multiplayer in Goat Simulator and run around the little goat friend. But I think Coffee Stain Studios like released a whole bunch of notes that they had, and they're just the most ridiculous notes on what they've added to the game. Pretty much it's like stuff. It's just and it's like nonsense. Like they keep coming back. They're like, I once saw Godzilla.
I remember I was looking for
Flappy Goat.
Yeah, there are quite a few random things in there.
Yeah.
As I said, it is fun for when you see. If you actually play the game properly and you actually try seeing all the hidden stuff in the game, it's fun because then you see like a lot of Easter eggs. Easter eggs. You see a lot of Easter eggs in the game, so that makes the game. If that makes sense, you're right.
Yeah, sorry, I like inhaled my spit.
Oh, lovely. I hate that.
It's like stuck in my throat.
Horrible. But no, it is a fun game just to play a couple of hours of, and that's really it.
Yeah, I still want to play it, regardless of what you say, Benny Boy. I don't care. So right now I'm actually gonna take some time to talk about the Hauppauge products that both of us use. So I have been using mine. I use the HD PVR. That's originally what I started off with. I got it about like 5 years ago. and pretty much I only used it to make videos. I was in an all-girl Call of Duty clan, so I was on the YouTube team, so I was looking up at the time. I only had a Mac, and the Hauppauge was like pretty much only people who had something that would work with a Mac. So anyone who have Macs, like yeah, they work for Macs. And then I recently just upgraded mine to the HD PVR2 gaming edition, and so that's what I use to stream from my Xbox 360 and Xbox One. I don't use the PVR in the Xbox One at all. I refuse to try it. I just like that I can put all my stuff from my PVR2 into XSplit and add my little overlays, and so it's really easy to use, easy to set up, and it looks really cool next to my Xbox with this little blue light shining all the time. What do you use?
The HD PVR2 gaming edition. I got it about a year ago. Yeah, it was actually classed as a year ago now because it was last year. I got it because I was streaming a lot of console. I wanted to play a lot of console games. There was a lot of console games coming out for the PS3, sorry, that was coming out around that point. So I was like, oh, I really want to stream GTA 5. I was like, I really need to stream it. And I did, and it went really well. And the quality was amazing. Everything was amazing. As you said, I don't use I forgot what it's called. You know, the program that it comes with, you can stream off it. You're like myself, I like using either XSplit or OBS and having all the overlays like myself. So until they introduce that, a lot more people will actually start using it because a lot of people don't use them. They prefer just to have like the webcam and it works perfectly fine. But no, I haven't, because of the fact, as I said, I've only been streaming since 2 years ago. Well, less than 2 years, but since then. So before that, as I said, I used to do YouTube, but I never saw any point in doing console gaming. So I don't know. I saw no point in doing console gaming because it was mainly me just playing on the console at that point instead of me actually streaming it. But now I want to stream off the console. So when I get a PS4, I will be actually streaming from the PS4 as well.
Nice.
I'm not a person. Don't worry. I'm not like a fanboy or anything like that. That's why I won't like say, "Oh, you play on the Xbox One." I'm not like that. But the fact that I would have an Xbox One, but I used to, as I said to you before, I used to have an Xbox 360. I had 2 Elites, but they false advertised it back then. They said, "Oh, you won't get Red Ring of Death." What did I get? Twice. So I was just like, okay, screw that. I'm just going to get a PS3. So I did. And funny enough, I actually preferred it more because there was a lot more games on it that I preferred. Like you have the Uncharted series, what was an amazing series. So it's just pretty much all like that. So as I said, when I actually got the HD PVR2, I was happy with it. It made me happy because it made everyone else happy. A lot of people, oh my god, just stream from a console now. So
and the quality is just really good too.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
I know everyone else were trying to go for like these cheap little USB capture cards that you just plug in, and the quality was just so terrible. And I just kind of paid like a few extra more bucks and got the HD PVR, and I mean I was getting just such good quality. Even like right now, like streaming from my Xbox One, like the quality is so good. I like it a lot. So yeah, everyone check out the products. We kind of talked about this a little bit earlier, but we're going back on to everyone's favorite watchdog. Woo! But we're going to be talking a little bit more about the bug that people have been complaining about. I guess it's been kind of spreading over all platforms. A lot of people on PC, on PlayStation, and Xbox have been complaining about this, but it's where it freezes at the 90% mark. It'll start loading your game, and it just stops, and it'll just freeze, and then it kicks people out and puts them in the free roam world, and so people are going, and all their stuff is just gone. Like, no one has anything. Did you read up on that at all?
I did take a look at it. I haven't actually heard much about it myself, but I did take a look at it. I haven't had that problem yet myself. I've only played it a couple of times, but I've never actually had that problem myself just yet. I don't know if it's anything to do with like, because you know, when you're trying to play it online as well, when you have to load into someone else's game, that will happen as well. So I'm not sure if that will actually make it even worse. I mean, the problem with Uplay, as I said before, you have the cloud I never trust cloud in the first place. And you can just save it normally, and I save it normally instead of using the cloud. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's supposed to be cloud-based problems or it actually is saving on your hardware problem. So in all opinion, I honestly don't know. I haven't had the problem yet. Fingers crossed it won't, but
Yeah, I know.
We'll see.
I just get nervous because I know when my boyfriend was playing Battlefield, like the same thing kind of happened to him with where he kept trying to play Battlefield, and every time he'd go into the campaign, he would have to start from the beginning. He's like, I was playing for 4 hours, so we don't want to like test our luck when we do get Watch Dogs, because we're just like, I know that's probably gonna happen to us. We're gonna be part of those people. But I mean, I was reading on all their forums, like tons of people are just kind of complaining, and Ubisoft hasn't really come out and said anything. They said that they're trying to fix it, but there's been no real update about what the problem is or when they'll fix it.
That's what I want to know. I want to know when they'll fix that and when they'll actually fix the lagging issue or frame rate problems on the mainly the PC. Mainly the PC's been having that problem. So hopefully enough they'll actually fix it whenever. Well, soon. Because I really want to play the game, but when I'm driving, I can't drive. I crash into everything because it's like, oh look, it's all smooth, and then suddenly I'm going like at, I don't know, 70 miles an hour, and then suddenly it's like, I was just like, oh dear, I can't. It feels horrible.
And I just have a feeling like word is going to spread really quickly, you know, because of the beautiful internet that we have. And do you think this is going to like affect people from actually wanting to play? Like, you telling me this, and now I'm scared. Maybe I don't want to play more.
Are you getting it on PC or console?
I'm getting it on Xbox One.
I think you should be fine. I think it's mainly PC that have been getting the problems.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's mainly been the PC. Every time I've spoken to someone that actually has the game, they've been on PC and they've been saying they have the same problem. As I said, I have I have a PC that could pretty much run the next like couple of years games without even having an upgrade. So I shouldn't even have any problems with Watch Dogs. So that proves that I'm getting problems. So I'm just like, I shouldn't be getting any problems this game. I don't know. As I said, I get 60 FPS when I'm not driving, running around, gunning and shooting. Everything's perfectly fine. Soon as I get into a car, it's lag central pretty much. Even I actually tested something. I actually lowered the graphics down to about medium and low. And it does exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
So that proves there's something wrong there, sadly.
Yeah. And Benny, we're talking about the problems with Watch Dogs. You should enjoy this. But yeah, Watch Dogs sucks. Look at all these problems. So we'll stop talking about Watch Dogs again. But there was this other little article with this whole thing with EA kind of making fun of Steam, because the two have with the EA's Origins, they've kind of been battling it out. Do you use Origins or do you prefer Steam? Or
I use both because sadly I've got to go. I use them all. I use Uplay, Steam, and Origin. Funny enough, I actually seen it the other day. I can't remember when it was posted up actually, but I saw it early in the morning when I was looking at Origins. But when I looked, I didn't actually think of it as it being taking the P out of Steam. So I don't know how. I don't know if it's supposed to be like an inside joke or not. So I don't know. I mean, people just buy the games and then they don't play it. I know, but they can still do that with EA. They probably just say, "Oh." I mean, a lot of people don't like playing EA games anyway nowadays, sadly, because of what they do. They mess their games up, sadly.
Yeah, they release unfinished games all the time.
All the time. I really hope they don't mess up some of the newer games that are coming out in the next year or two. I really hope they don't mess them up.
I know, like, Origins is trying to do, like, that, I think what, like, PlayStation and Xbox are doing, where they're, like, once a month you get a free game. I think last month, was it Battlefield 3 last month that they
had Plants vs. Zombies, and they had Battlefield 3, yeah. Yeah. So, and then I think it's kind of cool and weird that you can, like, return games on Origins. I never even knew you could do that.
Yeah. No, I was reading up about it, and they're like, yeah, you don't like a game, just return it. And that's, like, the whole competition between Origin and Steam, is that you can actually do that.
I never actually knew that. I mean...
And I think that's why they're kind of poking fun at Steam, is they were just saying, like, well, if they don't like something, they can return it with us. Can you do that? No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
True.
I think that after reading the article, that's kind of what I got from it and them kind of making fun of Steam.
In my opinion, I would say Uplay's the worst out of all of them. Origin is okay. It's okay. It's getting there, but it's still horrible because you want to know something that I had. It was Titanfall. Yeah, you said you played Titanfall, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when I was playing Titanfall, I couldn't actually join one of my friends, or I couldn't send them an invite. Do you want to know why?
Why?
I disabled the Uplay overlay outside of the game. So the game was turned off. I disabled the overlay. I went in the game. I was like, why can't I send you an invite? What? And he's just like, I don't know. I was just like, I can't even join your game. He said, oh, try send me an invite. I was like, well, I can't because there's no button. It literally, the button was gone. I was like,
What?
huh? So what I had to do, I had to actually shut down Titanfall, open, enable Uplay to be in the game. You know what I mean by the overlay? Like you press 2 buttons and then you get the overlay come up.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you have to actually go back, open up the game, and then that button magically appears. So they forced you to have the overlay. I was like, wow, I don't like overlays because some reason they sometimes open magically on their own. I've had it happen with me before. I was like, why are you opening? I didn't want it to open, but yeah, I thought that was silly. So hopefully enough they don't integrate that with like some of their newer games because it is kind of annoying. Definitely when they did that with Titanfall, I thought that was quite annoying because I always normally disable them because I see no point in them.
Yeah.
And I've actually seen on some games they actually say disable them because it actually slows the game down.
Yeah, and then Benny Boy saying that he heard that Battlefield 3 was free because they're shutting the servers down. And I don't know if that's true or not.
Were they opened by GameSpy? Because you remember GameSpy was shutting down their servers. And I think they've already done it now.
I'm not a Battlefield person. I don't know.
Oh no, they were Punkbuster, weren't they? If they're Punkbuster, then they should be fine. I don't know, to be honest. Oh yeah, you said you're into Call of Duty, not Battlefield, right?
Well, I moved on to Titanfall. After Ghost, I got over Call of Duty. I was a diehard up until Ghost, and it was just like, ugh.
What about this new Advanced Warfare?
I've kind of like lost all hope in Call of Duty, so
I lost mine in, was it Black Ops? After Black Ops came out, I didn't really play it that much. I put a few hours into it, but I never really played it much. I
didn't
just
like
preferred
Black Ops either.
I really wish what they really need to do with Call of Duty franchise and Battlefield franchise, they really need to bring back the old style, World War styles back. Because if they can add the graphics of the nowadays games in the Battlefield series to the Bad Company series, like because they used to make Bad Company, like they had a few Bad Companies, but if they release them again, they'll be amazing because they've all been like tactical shooters, like nowadays shooters or futuristic shooters, and it gets kind of boring because they're always the same. They're generic shooters, but then if they add the same type of mechanics as Battlefield into Bad Company again, if they make Bad Company 3, I think that'd be really cool. Did you like those type of shooters or?
I never played Bad Company. I just never was into Battlefield ever.
World War based games? No, not medieval. Medal of Honor?
No, my dad played those though. He was like all about those. So the only that's how I got into Call of Duty was like my dad. It was like at World at War.
Yeah, I was gonna say the original Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That's what I mean. I wish they brought those type of games back, but they haven't for a long time.
Yeah, might as well check out the new Call of Duty, at least until Destiny comes out. Yeah, I feel like a lot of my time is going to be consumed by Destiny once Destiny comes out.
I'll be getting that. I'll probably, around about that time, I'll probably have... Wait, when does it even come out?
Destiny?
Yeah.
Is it October?
I should have hopefully by then, I should have a
November.
PS4 by then. Hopefully.
Oh, man. I don't know. But I'm going to be consumed by Destiny, and then Borderlands, the pre-sequel is coming out also, so I'm most definitely going to be playing that for sure. September.
Oh, September.
Yeah.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, I should actually have a PS4 by then. It kind of disappointed me that the fact that it had it before that it was coming out for the PC. Like, it was spread saying it was coming out for Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And then suddenly, it's like, oh no, we're just coming out for the 2 consoles now. It's like, thanks.
It's weird that for Borderlands pre-sequel, it's like on 360. It's like
It's
not even on Xbox One at all.
It's because of the fact they don't want to they don't want to change the new hardware. Gearbox haven't actually released or they haven't said anything about a new next gen console game. So I think because of the fact it's using old tech, they're like, well, we might as well do it on here because more people are going to buy it on like the old gen and PC. Yeah. They're not actually going to buy it on the next gen because they'll be like, oh, it looks exactly the same. Why do these graphics look so bad on blah, blah, blah? But to be honest, in my opinion, I love the way Borderlands looks because I've been playing Borderlands since it came out. So I love the look of Borderlands, but people will still complain. Hence the reason why they're not releasing it on the next gen console. Nope, it's not on PS4. And I proved it.
It's on PlayStation 3, PC, and Xbox 360. That's what it's on.
He's awesome. He's a bit. He's a bit slimmer though than normal.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think also I remember hearing that for Borderlands pre-sequel, apparently if you play Tales from the Borderlands and you get guns, like special guns from that, it's actually gonna transfer over to the pre-sequel.
Yeah, that's really weird. I'm wondering how that's actually gonna work.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'll be playing it anyway because I love. Did you ever play Walking Dead?
Yeah, of course.
I love the Walking Dead series. Funny enough, I haven't actually played season 2, so no spoilers. But I haven't played this season 2 yet because I'm waiting for like the whole set, if you know what I mean. Because what I did before, I played The Walking Dead, the first series, and I waited for every single episode, and you're just like, oh. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually just going to play them all, like so I can just play them straight through. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's. I get too anxious. I have to like play them right away because right now it's like kind of going on and off between The Walking Dead and The Wolf Among Us. So it's kind of you have like a little break.
Yeah, it's another one to wait.
Good. So
I will
good.
Play that eventually. What episode is on now?
I think they're about to go on their final one. It's like episodes. This was episode 5, I believe.
I'll buy it then when it comes out.
Yeah, Benny Boy says Borderlands. Benny, what games do you like?
I was gonna say.
I hate every single game we've talked about on here.
Benny's from my stream, but the thing is, I don't understand. I don't know how he doesn't like any type of game that we're talking about. It's blasphemy, man.
It is.
I don't even know what he likes now. I'm confused. So, makes me worried about you now, Benny. Call him Benjamin.
Benjamin boy. So let's move on to actually E3. Hopefully Benny will enjoy any of these games I talked about. Benny, what are you excited for E3?
Binding of Isaac.
I'm actually going to E3. I leave on Monday to head up there. So when you see us go, that's what you like. But so yeah, I'm actually heading up to E3. I'll be working at the wargaming.net booth. They did World of Tanks, World of Planes, and then they're coming out with World of Tanks Blitz for your tablet or smartphone. So yeah, I'll be there working, and then on my little 15-minute breaks, running around trying to collect as much swag as I can. But for the people in the chat, what do you want to see? What is your most anticipated game for E3? And we'll start with you, Rev, so you can talk about what you want to see.
This is a hard one. Actually, to be honest, the main one I have to say straight away is Fallout 4. Straight away, look, that's it. That's what I have to say. Fallout 4, next gen consoles and PC. Don't back forward it to Xbox 360 or PS3 like a lot of games are. Put on new consoles, next generation Bethesda game. I think that would be just simply amazing. That's all I can best say for that. That plus Kingdom Hearts 3. Not everyone's gonna love that, but to me, for that.
It's not gonna be there.
Huh?
We'll
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I won't go into that, but sadly, Final Fantasy 415 or Versus 413. Sorry. I know. No, don't say it. It's Sad Panda, I know. They better be lying. Okay, I can't talk about that. But they better be lying, that's all I'm gonna say. What else can I say?
They're saying The Order, Super Smash Brothers.
I mean, did you ever see The Order, like the gameplay for it?
No, I actually haven't.
There was like
I
a
saw that
video.
it's on the list, though.
There was a video for it, and a lot of people were saying the frame rate looked kind of poop on it. Not just that, but the game looked kind of very linear. So it's kind of like a corridor-based shooter. I kind of get bored of them now recently. I prefer more of the open games. I still play them, but you play them and then that's it. You don't really play them ever again. I like a lot of games where you can actually, they're open games. So yeah, Fallout 4. Oh, what's the other one? I had another one in my head that I was just about to say, but I can't remember what it was called. Did you ever play Binding of Isaac?
No. I haven't even heard of that game.
You've never heard of it? Awesome game. I really hope they will actually show more stuff off of Binding of Isaac Rebirth. It's like it's the same game, but the thing is though, they've changed the graphics style to be more pixelated, to be more retro. They're not using the crappy I think it's Flash or Java, I can't remember which one they're using. A lot of people might like it. It's a rogue-based game. You might like it or you might hate it. To be honest, from the games that you say that you like, you probably might not like it, but it depends if you're interested in trying to get into it. It was, funny enough, the first game I actually ever streamed as well. So nice. I can't wait for it. That's if they... I don't think they would do. I think it's kind of more... I know it's an indie game, but a lot of indie games do show themselves off at E3. So we'll see.
Yeah, let's see.
Red Dead Redemption 2. Sorry, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be called Red Dead Redemption 2. That's all I'm going to say. It won't be called Red Dead Redemption 2. It'll be Red Dead something. Because you had Red Dead Revolver and then Red Dead Redemption. You would never have a Red Dead Redemption 2. They'd want to... It's just a different series, so hopefully enough they'll have a trilogy.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
I'm hoping to see something about Batman Arkham Knight. But I don't know if that's going to actually be at E3 this year. I think they said they gave it the nope.
Oh yeah, but that weird trailer that they released recently, and that's it.
Yeah. And then I'm looking forward to like Uncharted 4. I know they're going to be showing, I think, Quantum Break, but everyone's saying like no one's pumped about that game. It looks really pretty, but everyone's saying the mechanics are pretty bad. But I want to check out Destiny.
Uncharted 4, me, myself.
Yeah. And then, Joe's Borderlands pre-sequel. Yes, Borderlands. I'm hoping they're there for Tales from the Borderlands. I would really like to see that at E3. Yeah. They kind of just been teasing us little by little with that. Yes to Batman. Yeah.
What characters are you going to play? I need to ask. Or wanting to play out of all four of them.
For the pre-sequel or for...
Pre-sequel.
Oh, I'm totally going Claptrap.
I knew you were going to say that.
I love Claptrap. Like, I wish I had my backpack. I drew Claptrap on my backpack because I love him so much. And I just hope he, like, tears it up. Like, I really, really do. I know Assassin's Creed Unity is they're gonna be talking about that over at the Ubisoft press conference. And then, what's the alien game? Isolation?
Oh, yeah.
That's like gonna be like everywhere, I think.
I can't wait for it, but then I'm still very skeptical because of what happened with the last one. I know it's not being made by the same people, but I'm still skeptical because a lot of people get very pumped up for an alien game. I don't know if you do. I did. I was very excited from what they showed off at, I think it was the E3 before, I don't know. When they showed the gameplay demo of it before, it was amazing. The graphics are amazing, the lighting effects, the sounding effects, sound effects. But then when they released it, did you ever play Colonial Marines? You saved yourself a headache, that's all I'll say.
No, I read a review and everyone's like, don't play, because I think I was about to buy it, and they're like, don't buy it. I think it was a guy at GameStop, he's like, buy it. I'm like, oh, okay. So I did it.
This is how it worked for me. I pre-ordered it after, like, I can't remember when it was. And after it, like, before it even arrived, I was starting to see reviews. And I was like, all right, I'm not going to look at them. But then I can see people saying that they're rubbish. It's like, it's rubbish. It's nothing like what they showed. Fake advertising. And I was like, oh, no, why did I buy it? But then it finally arrived. I opened it and I was like, do I really want to install this right now? I don't know if it's going to be any good or not. So I was like, okay, fine, we'll give it a try. I was so like, I don't know how this is going to turn out. I didn't look at any gameplay videos or anything. I didn't watch any reviews. I played it and I was like, this looks nothing like how it was. It was all I can say is the graphics were so toned down. Think of like, yeah, it was overhyped, overrated. I mean, I wouldn't say overhyped because, as I say, I hate that word because a lot of games like GTA 5 that overhyped, but they're good games. And then Titanfall overhyped, but they're good games to certain people. Not to everyone, but they're good games to certain people. Like yourself, you really like that game. I like that game myself, but not a lot of people will do. So it's just when people say overhyped, I'm just like, nah. I hate saying that. It's like sorry. How I would say it, I would say how a hipster would call a gaming world. It's the gaming version of a hipster. There you go. That's the only thing I can think for it. But yeah, it's kind of sad, sadly. But so yeah, don't play it.
But for E3, Microsoft will be doing their press conference Monday, 9:30 a.m. I don't know if anyone actually watches the press conferences, depending on who you root for. EA will be Monday at noon. Ubisoft will be Monday at 3 p.m. Sony's will be at 6 p.m. And then Nintendo is not doing a press conference. Just like last year, they did not do a press conference, but they'll be on Tuesday and then around 9 a.m. So what they do like this cool little demo. It's called a digital event, and pretty much they're just going to be streaming gameplay of Super Smash Brothers and I think Legend of Zelda. They're going to be showing those off, which is pretty cool. I'm really excited about Super Smash Brothers, especially for the 3DS.
I would love to play them games again. I just don't have a Wii. I would love to play them again. I used to just love playing them on like the old GameCube. I used to love them, or the Nintendo. I can't remember which one it was, but the 64. I used to just love playing those type of games. And then now I'm just like, they look so cool, but I don't want to spend so much money on a console. I'm only literally just going to play for like 2 games.
Yeah.
So it's kind of sad, sadly, but I'll play them if I knew anyone that actually had one, but sadly I don't.
I think my boyfriend and I were debating on buying a Wii U, but apparently, like after Mario Kart 8 came out, like their sales went crazy for the Wii U's. Like I'm pretty sure Mario Kart 8 like saved the Wii U.
It probably did do really well. There, though. It probably did do really well. Remember that thing we were talking about before, as Benny just said. Because I was thinking. Remember when I said about I don't want them if they release a Fallout game? Did you ever play Fallout?
Mm-mm.
If they ever do release Fallout 4, I don't want them to release it on old gen consoles because it's backing the graphics down, gameplay, everything. Yes, gameplay as well because it helps like add new things into the game. If they've got all of the space they need, like with the next gen consoles, they have pretty much a lot more freedom to edit the game. When it comes to like older gen game consoles, they're lacking on space, if that makes sense. Like not space, hardware. There you go. It's lacking in the hardware. So hopefully enough, like they did with Watch Dogs. I think the reason why Watch Dogs did not look nothing like that was because they totally sorry, how can I say it? They put it out for the Xbox 360 and PS3. If they didn't do that, I think they would have kept the graphics, or they would have at least had better graphics for when it actually got released. That makes sense?
Yeah.
So, because they toned down the graphics by so much, it was unreal. Did you remember have you actually seen what it looks like now compared to what it actually looked like at E3?
Yeah.
So much more different.
I watched the video where they like did the same little walkthrough compared to what they showed at E3 and, you know, what they were actually had. I forget what they were playing on though. It was probably the PC, I think. Yeah,
they said it was supposed to be a PC, a dev kit demo, and that's what they said. And it's just like, whoa, this is what we're gonna get on a PC. Wow. If that game comes out, it's like we don't have anything like that. So even when you're in the cars, it doesn't even have the mirror. The mirror is blur. That's all it is. It doesn't actually have any reflection at all.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
It's like, how can you not have like a mirror reflection? I know it's not going to ruin the game. I'm not a graphics whore at all. I'm a person over gameplay than graphics, but it's just when it comes to that, you're just like, really? I mean, I know they didn't have to have it, but it's just like, it's silly. Oh, another game, Shadow of Mordor. Do you know anything about that?
Mm-mm.
Can't wait for Shadow of Mordor. It looks great. A lot of people from Lord of the Rings fandom and everything like that have been wanting a really good Lord of the Rings game for a long time. So if they can pull this game off without overhype, well, it's going to be overhyped, without making it like look amazing, then it comes out, then it doesn't play or look as good as it did, or as they showed off to be. So hopefully enough, Shadow of Mordor will actually be a good game as well. So I can't think of any other games, to be honest. They're the only ones I really can't look forward to.
Yeah, the other ones are like Call of Duty, of course, are going to be there. And then, trying to think, I think Battlefield Hardline is going to be there.
Yeah.
Oh, Far Cry 4.
Fairy Cry 4, yeah.
Fairy Cry.
What's that called? I'm trying to think of a certain game now. I can't remember. You continue. I'm trying to figure out a certain game, and I just can't remember what it is. I'll probably like at the end of the stream was like, that's the one. I remember it.
Oh,
Yeah, I can see that happening.
So enough about E3. I mean, we'll all be probably watching it.
Oh, Evolve.
Evolve.
Did you ever play Left 4 Dead?
Yeah.
Then you might actually like Evolve because it's actually made by the same people. The Crew is actually a game that I'm looking forward to play on the PS4. That game actually looks really cool as well. So I'm looking forward definitely to them as well. I don't know if you're actually into racing games or not.
Mm-mm.
I used to be a long time ago. I haven't played many racing games recently, but I do like them because I'm normally actually quite good at them. And Mirror's Edge too. Can't forget about that one.
Oh yeah, Mirror's Edge too. Yeah. Ew, no.
See, just parent opinions.
Yeah. So yeah, enough about E3. I'm pretty sure Benny Boy will find us and murder us if we continue to talk one more thing about Watch Dogs. Please, I hope that's not in our list. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Cypher. It's not fun. Yeah, Pokemon. I'm a Pokemon nerd. Ugh.
I really wish I could play some of the new ones. Because
the new Pokemon game is amazing.
I know I want to play them. I really want to play. I know that's like a massive weirdo or anything like that. I still play them, but I really still want to play them. But the problem is, when I think about it, I can't stream from them. I would prefer to be able to play it and stream it at the same time. I know you can do it, but as I think I said it in like last time, it voids the warranty, sadly, if you actually use these products, like, because you have to like do something with them and it kind of voids the warranty on them. So I was like, that's not very good, because if it, like, let's say it breaks like literally 2 days after you've done it, you can't actually take it back because they're like, sorry, you voided the warranty. So a lot of people that stream from them are they're doing a big risk, but I would love to stream them though. So
yeah, Benny Boy says emulate them on the PC, Rev.
I'm on about the new games. I'm not about the old games. I'm on about the newer games.
Well, I'm sure you can find the new ones now, especially like X and Y.
Think about it though, that's pirating though.
Pirating is bad.
Yes, I don't stream. It's my number one thing. I do not stream pirated games. So that's how it comes to me. So I would never. People keep asking me to emulate games, and I'm like, in a way, it's pirating them. I'll only stream the ones I actually own. So I was thinking I could actually go out, buy it, literally own it, have it in my hand, and it's like, oh look, I've got it, but I don't actually have the DS in my hand, but I'm playing it on my screen. So I could do that, but that'd be the only way I could like justify myself from pirating a game.
Gotcha. So let's actually talk about some Hauppauge products. I'm gonna go ahead and do like the first little half, and then if you want, you can finish up the second little half of it, if you know what I mean.
I don't mind. We'll see how it goes. If it goes a bit wonky sided, I'll just let you do it.
So like we said before, we use the HD PVR2 gaming edition products. So there's 3 different ones. There's the HD PVR2 gaming edition plus, there's the HD PVR2 just regular gaming edition, and then there's a PVR2. They all use HDMI. They can run up to 1080p. It's optional to run on Mac. You can choose whether or not. So, like, as you can see, if you go back to our past broadcasts, we can actually record in-game chat, or no, in games you can record your chats. They are compatible with your Xbox, your PlayStation, your Wii's. So yes, and you actually get the cords, and so you don't have to go out and find them. So you can just plug them all in, and it all comes like on 3 little prongs. So what I do, I use mine for my Xbox 360 and my Xbox One. So all I do is I switch out the little cord in the back, so it's really easy to switch back and forth between my 2 different Xboxes to live stream. And then you can use these to stream to Ustream and Twitch TV. I don't know who uses Ustream, but yep, you can stream it. Some people do. But the main difference is that the HD PVR2 and the Gaming Edition Plus can record in 5.1 surround sound, and the HD PVR2 Gaming Edition cannot. So in case you want that crazy surround sound, look at getting the HD PVR2 or the Gaming Edition Plus. You want to go on about the Rocket?
Yeah, sure. I don't actually own one myself, so it's going to be really hard to explain. But the best way is it is actually the portable version of the HD PVR. You can't stream from it. It is actually the recordable one. It can actually record up to 1080p. It's Mac compatible as well. It sadly doesn't actually record up to 5.1 surround sound, but as I said, it's portable. You can literally just go around your friends, and if you don't want to like take all the leads and everything like that, it's just like, I think, how big is it supposed to be? They're actually quite small, aren't they?
Yeah, they look like that big. It looks.
Yeah,
like.
They're really small for all I. That's why it's portable. You could just literally fill it in your pocket. You really wanted to. It'd be kind of weird because you've got a few wires still with it, but it is a really, well, as it says, portable. And it's compatible with the Xbox and the PS. Is it compatible with anything else, you know, like PS2 or anything? Oh, the Xbox? I don't know.
That I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. I know. I accidentally hear what you said. I don't want to say that, and then I'll be like, oh, poopy. So don't worry. So if you want to say what he said, so I don't accidentally mess that up.
Oh, no, I thought you were listening. I was reading something.
We both didn't hear what Joe said. Sorry, stream. You don't. The HD PVR2 can record everything. There we go.
That's it, guys. You got it. But remember, they are doing the little beta for the Twitch streaming with the Rocket.
Yeah.
So the beta program, it is open. You can sign up now. Just go to the front desk at Hauppauge.com, and they will respond to you if you want to test that out for them. So. Oh yeah, and you can trade in your old HD PVR. That's what I did to get an HD PVR2, and it's going to be way cheaper than just buying, it separately. So if you want to save some few bucks, just go ahead. I think they give you the little mailing sticker, and you just send it all in, and they'll send you a new one.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Hey there, Raleigh.
Hey Raleigh, easy. I'm sorry, Raleigh, but I think we're gonna take a little break as of right now. Sound good to you?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Yep. So we will be back in just a few minutes. So stay right there. Don't leave. Tell friends to come hang out. Welcome back to the Hauppauge Gaming Podcast. I can't talk today. I'm really terrible at talking today.
That's like me every day, then.
Thanks, everyone. Anyone who's new, welcome. Enjoy our beautiful faces that we have. Just a little reminder, don't forget to follow Revso on his Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Revso_. Don't forget the underscore. And then you can follow me at Twitch at twitch.tv/Sergeant Zombie Pepper. You'll see how to spell my name underneath me there. Also, don't forget to follow the Hauppauge Twitch channel. We will be doing these podcasts every Saturday. Don't forget to follow Hauppauge on Facebook and follow them on Twitter. And the links are right below the video. Also, you'll see the little scrolling text. Just go ahead and you can send in your feedback about the podcast. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. Give us what you want to see more, how you would like the podcast to go better. And you just send that to streamteam@hauppauge.com. And they will send you a cool little bracelet because we all love bracelets. So go ahead, check that out. Let's get into our next topic that you were so eager to talk about earlier. Now we get to finally talk about it. Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3 will not be at E3.
Mass sigh. That's the only thing I can do. It's like, I've been waiting for I knew Final Fantasy wouldn't be released this year, and I definitely know Kingdom Hearts 3 wouldn't be released this year. But I've been waiting for that Final Fantasy versus 13, as it was called back then. I've been waiting since 2006. I think it's 2006 when they first ever showed that game off. It was the first trailer. It's when he comes out the building. And that's literally the first trailer they ever shown. I've been waiting since then. That's how long I've been waiting. I've been like, oh, so every time something new came out, I was like, but then now it's like, oh, so we're not going to get it. I mean, everyone's not going to like Final Fantasy. Shut up, Benny.
Yeah, Benny.
Benny doesn't like anything recently.
Benny hates all games.
Yeah, I never really got into the Final Fantasy 13, but I pretty much liked every other Final Fantasy. I only just played Final Fantasy 13, and I didn't play any of the newer ones to it or after it. Sorry. But when it comes to Kingdom Hearts, I've been a fan ever since the first one came out.
Me too. Me too.
So I honestly can't wait for that. When it comes to 2.5, I think they're definitely going to show that though. So.
Oh yeah, and I think one of the main reasons why they're not going to be showing either Final Fantasy 15 or Kingdom Hearts 3 at this year's E3. They kind of teased us a little bit last year at E3. I know they had like a little tiny booth set up and they were just talking about it. They showed off some gameplay of it. But this year it's just not going to be there. And I think it's because of Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Remix. I think they kind of want that to do well.
Yeah, the main.
And they don't want to overshadow these two ginormous games. So I think that's the reason why they're not going to be. It's just really sad because, like, I've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 for so long. Haven't really been too big. Don't really play Final Fantasy, but Final Fantasy 15 looks sick.
It looks amazing.
It looks amazing. Like, I want to play it so bad after watching just that trailer.
Do you want to know something? Why it looks nothing like a normal Final Fantasy game?
What?
It's actually the reason why, this is how much I know about it, the reason why it's actually looks totally different than a normal Final Fantasy game, like combat looks amazing, is because, and I'm glad that you said you like Kingdom Hearts, it's actually being made by the people that make Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah, I can totally see that. Now you say that. Totally see it.
That's another reason why Kingdom Hearts 3 has been taking so long, because they've been making this game since 2006. So if they've been making this game since 2006, that is a long time to wait. So they've been making it through and through and through. I remember there used to be like little videos, like when they said it was going to be coming out on a PS3, there was a lot of a couple of minute videos and some like quite a few long ones of the combat system. What looked really good back then on the PS3, and I was like, I can't wait for this. And then now it's going to be out. Now it's going to be on the the PS4. it looks amazing. I mean, you saw the trailer. I bet it's the same one that I saw. That trailer looked amazing, like how it looked. It just looks gobsmacked. Like it's going to be open world as well. Same, like how when they showed it off before, there was loads of open world segments. There's like vehicles, big mechs and everything like that. It's a different take on the Final Fantasy genre because they're normally all. I mean, it's kind of going back to the genre, like the years of. Did you ever play Final Fantasy VII?
No, but I know all about it. Who doesn't?
It's kind of going back to them days, like into that type of futuristic type of style. Because all the other Final Fantasies, they were like old style, like that's how can I say it? Medieval type of medieval fantasy type of game. But now it's gone for the sci-fi like type of stuff, like high tech stuff. So they've gone back to that, and I think a lot of people that didn't like Final Fantasy beforehand might actually like this because of the combat style. But then you're still going to get those people going, Final Fantasy, no, blah. So honestly, I don't care. I've been waiting so long. That's one game I really, really hope they don't mess up.
Yeah.
And a lot of companies have done it before where they say they're not going to show it at like E3. They have actually said it before, but then they actually show it at E3. So fingers crossed there'll be like some sort of little snippet of like either
just give us something. Just give us something. We just want to see a little bit more.
The new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 2.5. Did you watch it? The new one. That's the Japanese
and they had that little teaser that didn't show anything.
It was just like a quick snippet, and that was it. It was just like a
blink.
flash. I was like,
and it was just like, no, why would you? That's stupid.
When they show that, it kind of makes me think if they're showing that, maybe they will actually show something at E3. Maybe they will show something at E3. I'm not sure because they literally release it just before E3. Do you know what I mean? So what's that? If they're teasing it, why would they do that? But this is Square Enix, so Squeenix. So we'll see what happens.
And then I know a lot of other people saying that later this year at other type of conventions and like gaming events, they're gonna talk about it, like probably over in Japan, and but they just don't think they're gonna do it at this year's E3, and that breaks my heart.
Sadly.
Man. So this kind of ties in with like what we're talking about, but how people think that games are being kind of announced way too early and then they get pushed back. So we've had quite a few games just recently get back to 2015. So we had Batman Arkham Knight, which I wanted to cry because I was really expecting that. Quantum Break got pushed back, Dying Light, and The Witcher 3. Those are like all games that are getting pushed back to 2015. Do you think it's going to affect the games that are actually coming out in early 2015? Are those going to push those games back, or you're going to try and compete? What's your take on that?
I think they do it a lot, but I think a lot of this year, a lot of games have been pushed back a lot. Like a lot of them have. Like last year, that didn't hardly happen. But this is what I think. I think it's a selling like scheme because it could help them sell the Xbox One and PS4. Say, oh look, these games are coming out next year. Oh, but they're not actually coming out. They're coming out next year, like a couple of months after they've been selling like millions of copies of the consoles. So, and then everyone's like, oh. So now hardly anyone has any games for these new consoles. So that's the reason why I've not brought one yet, because I know it'd be kind of like collecting dust in a way, because there'd be nothing to really play on them right at the moment. So until a lot of games come out for them, or a certain type of games come out, like Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, I'm like, I'm buying it. So Destiny, I think, because of the fact it's not coming for PC, I'll be buying that. But hopefully, like Destiny itself, hopefully that doesn't get kicked back. I'm not saying that like I want it to, but I hope it doesn't, because that would be the only one that would actually make me buy a PS4 at the moment. So, we'll see. But to be honest, a lot of games that keep getting advertised for this year that get kicked back to next year, it's a good thing that they get delayed sometimes. But Watch Dogs, on the other hand, it didn't help it at all, sadly. It's a good game, as I said, but it didn't help it whatsoever, sadly. But Witcher 3 and Dying Light and Batman, I just hope they actually make it the same as like the other two, the first two. I really can't wait for them. Quantum Break, but definitely Dying Light and Witcher 3. Did you ever play? What's it called? Oh no, what's it called again? Dead Island.
Yeah, I played Dead Island.
Did you like them?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, it wasn't like, this is the best game ever. It was just really kind of glitchy, and then getting put into games with like other people who are kind of a-holes and would kill you because they don't want you in their group. Like, I felt like that kind of ruined the game for me.
I never had that. I'm looking at I never had that. But I played it with my friends, so I was okay.
Oh yeah, I was by myself playing it.
Ah, sucks. Me and my friend originally played it split screen on the PS3, and then we played it on the PC, where it was perfectly fine because you could just do private-based games then. But Dying Light, however, it looks so cool. It's pretty much Mirror's Edge,
yeah,
in a mixture of Dead Island, because it's got Dead Island themes. You're Australian, and the fact that I have to say they're Australian, but because of course they're all Australian in the other game. It just the blend of it looks really cool, to be honest. That's why I say it looks, and from what I've seen of gameplay, it looks more cleaner. Watch the trailer of it. You'll probably actually poop yourself watching it, because there's actually it looks really, there is some scary.
Oh no, yeah, I've watched.
Oh, you have?
Gameplay, yeah.
Did you see that one where as soon as it turns nighttime,
they get like those red eyes, and then they get like super crazy.
Yeah, that seems like it's actually going to be worthwhile. Like, you're like, oh no, it's nighttime. So yeah, I can't wait for that, to be honest.
Surprise, surprise, Benny Boy doesn't like Dead Island either.
Oh no. I think every game we're going to say he's not going to like. But yeah, and The Witcher 3. Did you ever play The Witcher?
Mm-mm.
Witcher is an amazing game. If you don't, it's a Witcher 1. A lot of people might not like playing them because of the fact they're like really long games. But Witcher 3 is going to have like a Skyrim feel.
Okay.
So you might want to take a look at them. But the thing is, though, Witcher 3 is going to be totally changing on how the Witcher formula is going to be, if that makes sense. But it looks amazing, though. But I know you probably want to say something about Arkham Knight, because I keep talking about them ones.
Well, I don't know what to say. I was just really bummed that it got pushed back. I mean, it was one of my like most anticipated games of like 2014, and I was expecting it, and I can't believe they did this to me. Because I kind of been waiting for them to release like a special edition of it.
Oh yeah, it looks cool, doesn't it? Have you seen? Yeah, that one looks really cool.
And then I'm super stoked that Rocksteady is doing it. I'm kind of bummed this is the last, Batman game that they're gonna make for this, but at least Rocksteady is making this one. Origins was okay. It was fine. It wasn't any different from the other ones. I just think like the characters weren't as cool in Origins as they were.
Armor.
It was. But I mean, just Arkham Knight just looks way sicker. Like oh my gosh, I can't believe.
It's like, oh, Batman, you don't kill people, do you? I should have worn my Batman shirt now, actually. It's like, oh, you don't kill people, do you? No, I just knock them out, really, and then they drown in their own blood. And then you've got like a car that has like a bazillion guns on it. It's just like, no, I don't kill them. No. I just got these.
Well, you get to drive the Batmobile in this new Batman game, which is pretty sick.
That looks pretty cool, I will admit.
Because none of the other games you could drive any type of vehicle. I hate all the modern games. They're terrible. Games aren't what they used to be. Developers know they can make easy money, so they don't even try anymore. I beg to differ. Have you ever played The Last of Us? The game was amazing.
Yeah, that was... I've played a bit of it, but I haven't actually played it for. I want to play it. It's something that I need to buy. I'm so glad I don't know nothing about it, but I don't want to know nothing about it because I will play it eventually. As I said, I love the Uncharted series, so that will be something that I will be getting because, of course, it's made by the same people. So. Yeah,
by Naughty Dog, and I've always been a fan of Naughty Dog. Like
same.
From Crash to Daxter and Uncharted, and then just The Last of Us was just pretty brilliant games. So don't say that, Benny Boy. There are really good games. Journey was also another really good one made by that game company. Brilliant game, I think. Yeah. So I just think it depends on we're gonna see like this revolution, all these like smaller companies kind of rising and really paying attention to the artwork of video games and the style of it, and actually telling these like beautiful stories that you've not seen in like the more popular games, like your Battlefield or your Call of Duty or
Yeah, they're just for multiplayer, aren't they? You don't.
Yeah, they're just trying to make the money. I mean, they're coming out with one every single year.
Sadly, I mean, problem with Battlefield now, it is pretty much turning into Call of Duty. That's sad to say because they're releasing it every year now, sadly.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, originally it was like quite a few years after Battlefield used to make games, but then now, suddenly after Battlefield 4, it's like, oh, look, new Battlefield. It's not like Battlefield, but it has the same mechanics of Battlefield. I can't wait. Are you a Star Wars fan?
No.
Dang it. Battlefront 3.
Battlefront, yeah.
You probably don't care for that, but Battlefront 3, I think, as soon as we found out DICE are picking it up, everyone cheered, and then everyone was like, eh.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Because, of course, the graphics are amazing. They'll be amazing. They'll be using, like, the Frostbite, whatever engine. But then people worry that the fact it's just going to be a typical Battlefield game. But if they can introduce the third-person angles that Battlefront, the original games, had, and have everything that Battlefield, like the space combat, going from space combat to land combat was so flawless on such old consoles. So fingers crossed it'll actually be good as, well, yeah, hopefully nothing will be as good as them. We'll see.
Battlefront 3? Dr. Drill.
I can't wait for that.
He's really excited. Let's see, did she... since we're talking about Battlefield, I'm actually going to jump ahead just one. So we'll start talking about Battlefield Hardline. Their release date has been leaked. We've been seeing a lot of this leaked stuff, I think, a lot recently.
I've noticed that.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oops, our trailer got leaked. Oh, our release date got leaked. Oop, these pictures got leaked. And it's just like, you're putting it out. You're not fooling us. No one leaked it. You guys are putting it out there.
I mean, we can kind of guess what it's going to be like anyway. Did you actually watch the Hardline trailer, the original one? I mean, even if it is supposed to be like a weird release date revealed in, well, yeah, if it's supposed to be like a new trailer that's been leaked, it's going to be shown anyway. If you think about it.
Yeah, because it comes out October 21st of this year. So. I mean, it was like sort of inevitable for it to like not get leaked.
It's gonna happen.
But how do you feel about like the cops versus robbers? Do you think they're straining a little too far from like the whole Battlefield is all about like war and huge, massive planes, tanks, shooting, just nonstop. How do you feel about it being this cops versus robbers? I know some people are excited, and other people are like, this is dumb.
I have very different opinions on it. Reason why is because of the fact I think they are trying to steal a spotlight from Payday. It's not really stealing the spotlight, but the fact that they're trying something totally different, as you just said. I mean, of course, they're going to be definitely trying something different when Battlefront comes out. It's going to be Star Wars based, and it's still the same people, DICE. But when it comes to cops and robbers, I really want to see what it's like before even buying it. I'm not going to buy it when it first comes out. I want to see what it's like. I want to see how it goes because I like the Battlefield game. Sorry. I haven't played Battlefield 4. My dad has it. He gets pissed off at it all the time. Reason why is because of the fact how buggy it is.
Yep.
And the spawn campers. So I'm just like, that's exactly the same thing as Battlefield 3. So I'm like, I'm okay, thanks. I can't be bothered with that. And hey, N7.
Yeah, no, I actually tried. My boyfriend is like super into Battlefield now, because we both kind of fell off the Call of Duty bandwagon. So he jumped onto the Battlefield one, and so he had been bugging me, buy it, it's so much fun, so much fun. So I went out, spent the $60 on this stupid game, got it, and every single game I was ever in, it was just buggy. Like I would get like sunk into the ground and like half my body would be in the ground and then I wouldn't be able to shoot, or like we're playing the capture the flag type game and then I like fell into the ground and I'm like swimming in the ground and I couldn't kill it. And that was every single game like I was playing. There was something that was buggy about it.
I will admit Battlefield 3 was a lot better than Battlefield 4 Battlefield 4 is nice in a lot of ways. There was so many problems with them, but I don't know what it's like now. I know my dad doesn't have as many problems anymore. The only problems he has now are just the campers. When I say campers, I'm on about the ones that just throw grenades on the base, and they literally just hover around the main base, and you're pretty much messed up. You can't do anything about it, sadly. But apart from that, it's still a good game because they've actually finally fixed them. But if they can actually, because I think this Hardline, yeah, it's being developed by someone different. It's not being developed by DICE. It is, but it's not actually DICE putting their full attention to it, if that makes sense. It's someone else doing it. I can't remember who is it. I can't remember who. Are you searching that now? Yeah. It's being made by someone else as well. I think it's both of them together. I think
it is Visceral Games.
That's the one. So yeah, I was right. Yeah. That's the reason why they're not putting their full attention to it. So they're probably making another Actually, to be honest, when they're doing this, I think what they're doing, because they're working on Battlefront 3, I think DICE are mainly working on Battlefront 3, and they're using that company you just said there, and I totally forgot. It's gone from my brain. It's suddenly gone already. Visceral Games, that's the one. Look, it just came back in. It's just finally flew back by. I think they're like, okay, because of the fact we're making Battlefront, why don't you make a game that you might actually think's good? So it was like, okay, don't make a Battlefront. That's our area. Don't sorry, Battlefield. That's our area. Don't you touch that. You try to do cops and see how that goes. I like the idea, but as I said, just need to see how it goes. What about yourself? Will you think you'll try it, or
no? No.
I will.
Like, it was looking like kind of like a not Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto type thing, where it's like, oh, let's join a heist and go rob banks as friends, yay! Or you can be a good guy and be a cop, or be a sketchy cop, and I don't know. It didn't. I think it could have been like any other game, but like it didn't even have to be a Battlefield game. They could have just made another game and named it something completely different.
It didn't have to. The reason why they added the Battlefield in it was because of the fact that's the seller. It's like, but in a way, it isn't a battlefield. It's more of a, yeah, you're not really on a battlefield, really, to be honest. Battlefield is like a huge terrain and everything like that. But this isn't, to be honest, that's what I'm thinking. Like, are they going to be adding huge terrains in it? Because I know you have vehicles, bike chases, car chases, helicopter chases. So they're probably big, but they're only made big for chasing part scenes or something like that. So I don't know. It's kind of, to be honest, it's kind of hard to say until we see more about it, to be honest. So that's why I said I'm going to wait. I'm not going to get myself hyped over it. So we'll see what happens, to be honest.
Dr. Drill, Visceral, yes, they do Dead Space.
Yeah, they do, yeah. I love Dead Space.
And they've done just like a few like random, I think they did like some James Bond games, and like they were random.
James
Can't
Bond?
remember I
wonder which ones they did for that. Huh. But do you want to speak about the loadout coming to PS4? Would you like to talk about that?
Actually, I had never heard of loadout up until this, and I watched the trailer, and it's insane looking. What is this game? It's the most bizarre game I've ever seen. It's like Team Fortress with
I was about to say that.
Some weird, just like very brutal. Oh, it's weird. It was like,
as you just said,
twerking
it's kind of like
fat
that.
ladies on dead corpses, and but loadout is coming to PS4. That's what we're talking about right now. I don't know. Anyone in the chat play loadout at all? I have not.
I did.
Have you? How'd you?
Yeah, my friend. You can like get censored parts for it. Like you can either censor certain bits. She had one of the the fat woman pretty much. She wore a bikini, a thong pretty much. She had the twerk animation, and she told me to uncensor it, and I was like, no. I was like, I don't want to uncensor that. And then pretty much she made her twerk in a bikini, and she, like everything's like hanging out, and you're just like,
oh,
I know a lot of people like to play female characters in games so they can see that booty, but I don't think you want to do it when you're playing this game. Where you're just like, when you do the twerking, you're like, the camera's right on the butt as well, so you're just like.
And it's a big butt.
Yeah, and you got all the sweaty men as well, so it's not.
Yeah.
It's a good game. I will say it is a good game. It's just like Team Fortress. This thing where a lot of games are going to the PS4, I've noticed. I will, because it's the same kind of subject. War Thunder actually came out to. We were talking about that earlier. I was saying to Joe about the War Thunder. That, funny enough, went to the PS4, and I've noticed a lot of games from PC going to console or console to PC. They are like from the PS. What was that game called? Eve? Yeah, Eve Online. And was it Dust? No. I forgot what it was called. There was a PS3 game where it was an MMO, but it was a free-to-play game on the PS3. It was free. And do you know what EVE Online is? If you're a PC player, you play EVE Online. You can actually use the battleships from space, and you can actually, like, if someone orders let's say, an attack, like a air ground unit attack, someone in EVE, the PC game, can actually order it and attack the ground units in the PS3 game. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah.
So it's actually entwined. It's a cool thing, and I've noticed how I've never seen an Xbox game do it. I don't know. Someone tell me if there is. I don't know, but that's actually entwined with the PC games. I don't know. I think it's just PlayStation and PC. And PC that works. It doesn't work. I don't think there's ever been a cross-platform with, which is weird because we think since Microsoft. I'd say that.
Does
make sense.
It doesn't make. It just makes sense to be able to play with people from your Xbox on your PC. But yeah, I think because I know like with Final Fantasy 14, you can play like that also.
I think that's why War Thunder went to the PS4. It actually came to the PS4, free to play. It's an MMO. It's funny enough, it's actually cross-platform with PC players, so you can actually be playing against PS4 players when you're on the PC. And yeah, it's a cool thing. I actually thought it was a cool feature. So if they wouldn't even be able to do that more likely for the Xbox One, I bet. And that's probably why they actually released it for the PS4 instead.
Yeah.
So it's a nice MMO.
But anyway, if you guys want to check out a really bizarre trailer, just Joe posted the link into the chat. Just click on it. You're gonna be like, what the F am I watching? It's pretty intense, but I hope Halo 2 Anniversary will be available on PC, because this game, blah.
Oh, can you see the face that it's done?
Yeah.
Oh, you can get.
That's what it looks like.
I didn't know if you saw it or not. I get confused now with the amount of modes N7 does, so I get confused.
Well, N7, I know they're doing like a Master Chief collection that will consist of like all the Halo games, and they're like remastered.
Oh yeah, they're doing that for the Xbox. Are they doing that? They're doing that for the Xbox One, aren't they? I think that's the Xbox One, I think, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Master Chief. Let me see if it's coming out on PC though, because I don't. Again, I mean, they could just tell us right now that it's not coming out on it's only coming out on Xbox, but then a few months later it'll come out on PC. Set for Xbox One. Yeah. Later this year. Yeah, but there's nothing about PC. But I'm sure it will be. So I'll play the loadout trailer at the end of the stream. Do it.
So I remember when I played the original Halo. I remember when that one first came out. I remember playing it on on PC, but they never actually released it on PC ever again. So it's kind of sad that they've done that, to be honest. And then which one is it? It's like that top-down view game that they released originally just on Xbox 360, and then suddenly they released it on PC not long ago. Do you know the one I'm on about?
Spartan Assault.
If that's what it's called, then yeah. So it's just like, so they pretty much give us the games that don't sell very well. Thanks. Thanks, Bungie. Just like, because I remember I heard that it didn't sell very good on the Xbox 360, so they're like, okay, we'll release it to PC. We won't release any of the other Halos, but we'll do it anyway.
Can't wait for Mirror's Edge too. Oh, don't tell Benny Boy that. He'll probably shoot you down. Like, ugh. Wow, I think we've kind of gone over everything.
Yeah, pretty much. If there's anything you want to talk about before we wrap anything up, or
nope. If anyone's gonna be at E3, you can come find me at the Wargaming booth. I'll be there from like 10 a.m. to closing and breaking down everything. Just don't forget we would really appreciate your follows on both our Twitches. So twitch.tv/RevSo_ and I am twitch.tv/SergeantZombiePepper. I'll probably be streaming later tonight. What about you? Do you plan on doing any streaming tonight?
Yeah, I'll probably maybe Joe might even be able to join for it. That's if he still wants to, if he's not tired enough. He's probably been yawning this whole entire time. I'm surprised we haven't yawned actually. I think it's woken. Oh, did you? Okay. I think it's kind of woken us up though. I think doing the this now, even though it's been like how long has it been? It's been like nearly 2 hours. Yeah. Wow. So yeah, it has. I think it has woken me up, so that's good. Even though I'm drinking water as well, so that's good. And normally when I wake up a lot more, I get a bit hyper and I start talking a bit more than I normally do, and I start talking a bit too fast. So that happens. But yeah, I think I might be doing some War Thunder because I know N7 from my he might actually be joining, maybe. So I might be doing some War Thunder. So if anyone wants to see War Thunder, head over to there. Do you know what you'll be streaming yet?
No, I gotta figure it out. Maybe Titanfall. Or I'm just gonna look through my games and see what games I haven't played yet. I'm just one of those people I get kind of over games really easily.
Yeah.
So I like moving on to new games. But for everybody else, be sure to send in your feedback about the podcast to the stream team at Hauppauge.com. They'll send you a wristband. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. Just let us know. Be honest, and then we can change it for the next time. Please hit the follow button. Follow Hauppauge for the next couple times we'll be doing these podcasts. Don't forget to follow Hauppauge on Facebook and their YouTube and their Twitter. All the links are right below down there. So if you just look, they're right there. Click on them, follow them. We'll love you forever and ever. And also don't forget that they are doing the open beta for the rocket. So you can sign up now. You just send in to the front desk at Hauppauge.com and they will respond to you over the weekend. So that's cool.
Yeah, so if Joe wants to post them, it'll be easy for the links to go through, won't it? So I don't want to accidentally post the link and then Moobot or Nightbot says, "Sorry, you can't post the link here."
Yeah,
I can see that happening.
So for anyone who has the rocket, I mean, they're testing out to see if to get the Twitch streaming down on the rocket, since as of right now it's not streamable. Yay, there you go. Open beta program. Beautiful. What else? Anything else you'd like to say?
I think that's everything, to be honest. I think we've said pretty much everything.
Yeah.
We're not trying, no scripted, or no scripts, no nothing. Just everything. Everything off by heart. We're fine.
Yep. So yeah, thanks Hauppauge for letting us both be here again to do this little gaming podcast. We have fun doing it. Meeting new people is always fun. Thanks Joe for putting together this podcast and kind of taking charge of our stream chat. And thank you guys for kind of coming and supporting us. And besides Benny, because you're mean. You don't like any games. Just kidding, Benny. I'm just kidding. But thanks you guys for showing up. We really do appreciate it. And until next time.
Yep. Thank you very much, guys.
We bid you adieu.
Bye.
10,